Good morning, everyone. This is Bill Keegan, Town Manager in Foxboro, with your latest COVID-19 update. And another, almost like a somewhat beautiful day out there. So hopefully it's going to be a little on the cool side, but it's going to warm up this week. So hopefully you can get out there and enjoy some of the good weather. So as of right now, the numbers look like this: 96 total cases since March 15th. Total recovered is 69 cases. Total of 19 people have currently are active cases at this point in time. 7 cases have been lost in the contact phase and contact follow-up phase, and 551 people have tested negative for cases in Foxboro itself. So as far as there are a total of 3 people that remain in the hospital, and 1 person has passed as a result of that. So those numbers have stayed steady for into the third week now at this point. As far as Norfolk County goes, 7,004 cases have occurred in Norfolk County. 661 people have died as a result of complications from COVID-19. So that is the latest tally. Total of 5,108 deaths in Massachusetts alone, and a total of 78,462 cases currently of cases of COVID-19 have occurred in Massachusetts throughout the entire Commonwealth. Middlesex County continues to lead the way as the largest largest county that has been impacted by the virus, with 17,774 cases and 1,235 people who have died as a result of COVID-19 complications. All right, so let's take a look at the report this morning and see what's happening in and around the Commonwealth. While golf courses remain non-essential services, the state allowed access for play last week under specific guidelines. The original rules did not allow the use of golf carts. On Sunday, these rules were updated to allow golf carts for those players with disability who are seeking accommodations. Carts must be sanitized after each use. And on Monday, the Baker and Polito administration announced a 4-phase approach to reopening the Massachusetts economy amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, and published mandatory workplace safety standards that will apply across all sectors and industries once reopening begins. The goal of the phased reopening, based on public health guidance, is to methodically allow certain businesses, services, and activities to resume while protecting public health and limiting the resurgence of new COVID-19 cases. Phase 1 will be a start phase, limited industries resume operations with severe restrictions. Phase 2 will be a cautious phase. Additional industries resume operations with restrictions and capacity limits. Phase 3 will be a vigilant phase. Additional industries resume operations with guidance. Phase 4 will be the new normal. Development of a vaccine and/or therapy enables resumption of the new normal under the guidelines established by the state. Businesses and activities that provided COVID-19 essential services per Governor Baker's March 23rd order will continue to operate. Certain businesses and activities with a lower risk of COVID-19 transmission will open in earlier phases. Decisions and timing will be influenced by public health metrics for when the first phase of reopening begins, as well as when it is safe to move into concurrent phases. Additionally, the Department of Public Health, DPH, and the COVID-19 Command Center, in consultation with the Reopening Advisory Board and based on feedback from industry, labor, and community coalitions, has developed mandatory workplace safety standards to reduce the risk of COVID-19 transmissions. And as employees and customers begin to return to workplace during the first phase of the reopening. These mandatory workplace safety standards are applicable to all sectors and industries that will be open in Phase 1 and create new workplace requirements for social distancing, hygiene, staffing, and operations and cleaning. These standards are being released to give workplace time to plan and prepare for reopening. For social distancing, all persons, including employees, customers, and vendors, should remain at least 6 feet apart to the greatest extent possible, both inside and outside workplaces. Establish work protocols to ensure that employees can practice adequate social distancing and provide signage for safe social distancing. Require face coverings or masks for all employees. For hygiene, provide hand washing capabilities throughout the workplace. Ensure frequent hand washing by employees and adequate supplies to do so. provide regular sanitization of high-touch areas such as workstations, equipment, screens, doorknobs, restrooms, throughout the work site. For staffing and operations, you provide training and employees regarding the social distancing and hygiene protocols. Employees who are displaying COVID-19 symptoms do not report to work. Establish a plan for employees getting ill from COVID-19 at work and a return to work plan. For cleaning and disinfecting, establish and maintain cleaning protocols specific to the business. When an active employee is diagnosed with COVID-19, cleaning and disinfecting must be performed. Disinfection of all common surfaces must take place and at intervals appropriate to said workplace. In addition to these mandatory standards, which apply to all workplaces, the Reopening Advisory Board is developing sector-specific safety protocols and best practices that will detail how particular industries should operate upon reopening. The Reopening Advisory Board is scheduled to provide its full report to Governor Baker on Monday, May 18th. And from the MRC email, we continue to see gradual but noticeable improvement in the public health metrics we use to track the COVID-19 pandemic. While we don't yet have enough data to demonstrate the sustained downward trend necessary for reopening, we are moving in the right direction. As such, the administration is working to provide more information about what a staged reopening will look like, as was described above. As a reminder, this plan is highly contingent on following the data on key indicators of public health and shifts in direction or pace of the pandemic recovery can and will mean what our reopening plan may change. Overall, the State Department of Public Health website is the best source for accurate and up-to-date information. It contains a wide range of information and a likely source of answers to many of your questions. And reopening dates, obviously that's going to shift from place to place. We are working on our own plans here, and we'll continue to develop that this week and look to see if in fact we can start bringing employees back in stages and then reopening for the public once we have all our appropriate measures in place and proper protocols in place. Mandatory workplace safety standards. All businesses allowed to open in Phase 1 will be subject to detailed safety standards designed to prevent community transmission of COVID-19 and allow for safe operation. Categories of standards include social distancing, hygiene, staffing, and cleaning and disinfecting. And there are 78,462 confirmed positive cases of COVID-19 in the Commonwealth, with 669 new cases and 129 deaths as of Monday at 8:04 p.m. Overall, over 394,000 tests have been conducted by public and private sources. 11% of the 6,339 tests reported today were positive. 3,102 individuals were hospitalized with COVID-19 statewide, a decrease of 26 cases from yesterday. And the Department of Public Health has regularly released a data reporting dashboard containing all the detailed information. Healthcare hospital capacity as of May 11th was 54% of the Commonwealth's 17,900 permanent beds and permanent temporary beds, and are available for new patients as needed. Personal protective equipment, including 327,000 N95 and K95 masks, were distributed along with 136 ventilators. And the National Guard continues to do mobile testing around the Commonwealth. They've made 629 visits and conducted 37,539 tests as of May 11th. And today's new cases were the lowest since March 26th, and hospitalization numbers have declined for the 5th day in a row as we continue to track public health metrics that may lead to reopening. These will continue to be key indicators for the Commonwealth. And finally, face covering to maintain behaviors that limit the spread of COVID-19 to prepare for the precautions necessary once the state begins to reopen. Governor Baker has issued an advisory requiring masks or cloth face masks be used in public, indoor and outdoor spaces in situations where social distancing is not possible. The full advisory of detailed guidance can be found online. So that is what's the latest information around the state. It's obviously things are trending in the right direction, and it's good news to see that the numbers have been trending in the right direction for the past 5 days. So hopefully that will continue to be an upward and positive step in the right direction. 14 days is of course the number that we're looking for to see if that can in fact be sustained, and that's what we're hoping that in fact is the case. And then also, in line with the fact that we will not be holding a live Memorial Day celebration this year, again we'll note for everybody who's watching that that we are in lieu of the Memorial Day parade and live ceremony, a pre-recorded Memorial Day ceremony and cemetery ceremonies will air on Foxboro Cable Access on Memorial Day, Monday, May 25th. Honoring and remember, you can hang a flag, place a light in your window, Sunday, May 24th through Monday, May 25th. You decorate your door, yard, bikes, be creative to show you remember. What we don't recommend is that you say Happy Memorial Day, but we do say statements such as we remember, I remember, we will not forget, honor, and remember are the key quotes that we would like to see displayed. You can send a photo or video of your display by Monday, May 20th to veterans@foxboroma.gov, and submissions will be included in the pre-recorded ceremony. And you can contact the Veterans Office with questions via email or by calling 508-543-1204. So that is the latest information we have in Foxboro. I will be updating folks again on later tonight on what the numbers come in at 4 o'clock this afternoon when the Selectmen's meeting. Is going to be held on TV tonight, so if you want to tune in at 7 o'clock, we'll be giving you the latest information we have at that point. And then we'll be back again tomorrow morning, more or less reporting the same information. Unless anything new comes in, we will certainly keep you updated in that direction. Again, our goal this week is to try and get a plan in place so we can actually get our employees back in the buildings, back to their posts, but in a safe and appropriate way, so that we can protect them and also protect you at the same time. And I think we want to. And then our goal is then to re-invite folks back to Town Hall or to the Council on Aging or to the library, any one of those locations, provided that the actions we take are measured and responsible in a safe and orderly way, so we can continue to provide a safe, responsible service to the residents of this community. So that is the latest information that we have. We will begin back with you again tomorrow morning, but also feel free to tune in tonight to the Selectmen's meeting and provide you the latest information on what's happening in and around Foxboro. Until then, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.